came to life and haunted all the costumes.
It's the spooky tales that scare, creep, and make readers go bleep. You're about to watch Pony, and we're counting down our picks for the top 10 MLP Crossover Horror Stories. For this list, we're looking at the terrifying fanfics that fall under the horror and grimdark category, but are also crossovers or parodies of another established franchise. For this list, the stories must be complete, and we're looking at the quality of storytelling, quality of writing, and how well they scare. However, we are not including Fallout Equestria. While it may be categorized as a horror, it does not fit with the rest of this list, and will likely get a list of their own. Sorry about that.
So, what happens now?
Number 10. Yellow Immortality. A crossover of many crossovers, this is more of a dreadfic with a grim ending. Do you ever notice that many beloved animated characters stand the test of time because they're yellow? Tweety Bird, Bart Simpson, Pikachu? Well, Fluttershy falls in this category. A category that will send her to a secret facility that will keep her alive no matter what.
It was.
When Fluttershy sees the horror and torture in the facility, she tries to escape, but Fluttershy will live forever, no matter how bad she wants to die. Number 9. A Nightmare on Stirrup Street. A terrible accident takes Pinkie Pie away. She may be gone, but she isn't at rest, and she is going to make those she feels responsible for her death pay. If you loved this story, there's also a sequel and a finale, so definitely check out part 2 and 3.
Tell me that my friends are all lying to me and avoiding me because they don't like my parties and they don't want to be my friends anymore!
Taking inspiration from Nightmare on Elm Street, this story has Pinkie Pie taking the role as Freddy Krueger, and the rest of her friends having their worlds shatter in front of their faces as the restless Pinkamena destroys their lives. Number 8. Pony's Lost Tapes, Flesh Eater. While suffering from the occasional wrong homophones and incorrect spelling, this story is actually pretty good. Switching between perspectives of 4 mares on vacation and the Wonderbolts, this story is about the Bolts searching for them after they were reported missing in a swamp named the Bloody Bayou.
It's treacherous and confusing.
Spitfire, Soren, and Fleetfoot investigate the bayou, and a stallion from the town tries to warn them of the dangerous Flesh Eater. This is a parody of Lost Tapes, so it's all told with cameras, and there are more chapters with more monsters, so check it out.
You all heard that, right?
Number 7. Stranger Things. As you can tell by the title, this fic features the Netflix original show Stranger Things. Pinkie Pie accidentally baked a half-living fleshy vegetable portal to another dimension while trying to make the ultimate cake.
It's a disaster!
Mrs. Cake, on the other hand, wasn't amused, so Pinkie Pie is forced to get rid of it. That is when things get complicated, and favorite monsters from Stranger Things meet the classic ponies in a horrific story with a touch of comedy sprinkled in. Number 6. Abandoned by Pinkie. Based on the famous creepypasta Abandoned by Disney, this story takes place in the wake of the attack by T-Rex. Pinkie Pie and Cheese Sandwich started working together as business partners, creating theme parks and calling it the Cheesy Pie Corporation.
Sand Smirk came to me with the idea for a factory. A gag factory.
Neon Lights is investigating the mysterious abandoned park they tried to make in the Zebralands.
Walking into the hotel, I noticed that much of the area was in disarray.
Inside the abandoned park were missing reports, strewn merchandise, and graffiti. But it turns out the parks were not closed because of the local populace, but rather to keep something locked in. Number 5. One Night at Anons. With so many FNAF stories written, we have to put one on our list. More suspense than horror, this story takes place just before the end of Season 3.
Hello?
Originally an Anon in Equestria theme with Five Nights at Freddy's feel to it, but then it moves to include Secure, Contain, Protect, with our beloved ponies becoming the nightmares for our poor protagonist. This story is also comedic with elements of horror. Toward the end, it makes references to the TV show Warehouse 13. Number 4. Darkness Beckons. This is a crossover of SCP-087. While the CMC were exploring the Everfree Forest, Apple Bloom was attacked by a shadowy beast, leaving a black scar that was turning her body into ash.
If there's a problem with your family, I'm sure I can help with that too.
Twilight soon found an old tale about another pony who had the same thing happen to them. Someone must now enter the dreams of Apple Bloom if they want to free her from the torturing, nightmarish sleep. But if the pony trying to free her fails, they will also share the same fate. Number 3. The Legend of Spike, Dracula. This is the sequel to the story The Legend of Spike, Discord's Mask. Thankfully, this sequel provides details as to what happened so new readers won't be lost.
Oh, now.
After first becoming Nightmare Moon, Princess Luna had converted some of her loyal followers into children of the night, being Vlad Vanguard, later known as Dracula, but he was killed by Princess Celestia herself. Now, 1,000 years later, he was accidentally revived by archaeologists investigating Transylvania. Now he seeks revenge, and his first stop is Ponyville. We would like to interrupt this top 10 real quick to quickly remind you to click the subscribe button and the customizable bell, just because it's fun. Thank you. Number 2, Act of Will. Based off a story called The Machine of Death, a mysterious box shows up in Ponyville with 2 holes, just the right size for a bit and a pony's hoof. After taking a small amount of a pony's blood, the machine ejects a paper that reveals the pony's cause of death.
You want to see the future? I might know some pony who can help.
This story is told through letters to the princess from Twilight Sparkle. There is no gore and no villain in this story, so it's a great story for those that want a different sense of fear. But keep in mind the title of this story while you read. Before the number 1 pick, let's take a quick look at a few spooky honorable mentions.
She walked towards Rainbow Dash. She could feel the murderous intent grasping at every fiber of her being.
Number 1, Silent Ponyville. We could include all the stories of Silent Ponyville since the series as a whole is amazing to read. But this one story per author, so we have to give it to the story that started it all. Silent Ponyville is a crossover of Silent Hill with elements from Cupcakes and Slenderman.
Twilight stumbled back, her head kicked back instinctively, wanting to escape from the horrors inside of Pinky's mind.
Taking place between seasons 1 and 2, about a month after the gala, Pinkie Pie has nightmares, and she comes to Twilight for help. Chapter 5 makes one want to cry, and the story has 7 alternate endings.
Twilight, I'm sorry.
But if you don't feel like reading, check out the many awesome audio adaptations made by various dramatic readers. Do you agree with our list?
Not me.
What's your favorite dark crossover fic? Let us know in the comments, but for more top 10s posted every week, be sure to subscribe and check out WatchPony.com for more. Thank you for watching, and you may now look away.
Thank you.